you know, they don't tell you to do when you buy new cameras is you got to get 2 of everything. So I've realized you got to get 2 ND filters if you want to film outside. So hey, Board Boxing, welcome back to the show. Amanda Serrano's next fight coming in March of 2024. It feels like really quick turnaround. Maybe we've just been absolutely spoiled with some amazing boxing this year, but it feels like she just fought. Her last fight, she made, you know, a big leap forward in female boxing with fighting 12 3-minute rounds, true championship rounds. Or I shouldn't say true, but fought the male standard championship rounds. And she's going to get to do that again. She's going to get to do that again to defend her IBF featherweight title against Nina Meinke, a German pro, 30 years old. She's got a... Geez, I can't even remember her record now. It's not coming to me. I'll put it in the thing. But no, Nina Meinke though, this is following this trend where is the featherweight division just this shallow? Because the last few fights that Amanda has had have seemed very pushovery and very tune-up-ish. And something's weird about it, because her last fight when she fought the championship rounds to defend all of her titles was against someone who really just ran around the ring the entire time, and Amanda just kind of pressured them into a stalemate. And then the fight before that was one of the people she used to train with back in New York. I mean, they downplayed that before the fight, but after the fight, it was very like, I know this person, and she got basically given a check. So I totally understand, you know, doing favors for favors and helping people out and uplifting the sport, especially on the female side where it needs all the exposure that it can get. I mean, these females, you know, these women are still getting in the ring and hitting the shit out of each other for a paycheck, and they're showing their skill. So I get it. I get wanting to uplift and bring everybody with you. But at the end of the day, this is still a blood sport, right? And when you're someone like Amanda Serrano, who is at the end of her career, trying to solidify this legacy even further, it feels like these mandatories now are just not exciting. So like, while I'm excited to see Amanda Serrano, you know, defend and retain titles and drive her way forward to a Hall of Fame, you know, placement, which is just, it's going to happen at this point. And I'm excited she gets to fight in Puerto Rico as well. It just feels like we're just watching a bunch of average female fighters get in the ring with a legend just because. I mean, you know, Nina Meinke has become the IBF mandatory, but I mean, let's look at her record, guys. I mean, her record is not that great, and she also, her last 4 fights, the last 4 fighters she fought combined have a losing record. And I mean, if you go back to that 4th fight, it's someone I think with 58 losses, and even before that, there was one with a very close record, like a 17-13. And is the division this shallow where someone like Nina becomes the mandatory, or is there some picking and choosing going along as Amanda gets to the end of her career? Because I know that if this was a dominant male fighter, there would be a completely different standard. Accusations of ducking and avoiding and running away from the hard fights and everything. So the hard fight that I know I want to see is Alicia Baumgardner and Amanda Serrano. We saw at the fight, not this most recent one, but the one prior to that, where Alicia Baumgardner was ringside and called her right out right then. And then, of course, like clockwork, that steroid accusation happened. And now we have some licensing issues there, because now Alicia Baumgardner's got to get back in the good graces. So safe to say that fight is probably not going to happen. It's probably off the table. If you're going to stick around to take high-level fights, then let's make them high-level. I understand it's probably difficult, too, to get the best of the best to agree to 3 12-minute rounds, but I guarantee you there's people that are willing to do that. I know that this is just for an IBF title defense, but you had to vacate your WBC because you only wanted to fight 12 3-minute rounds, and to me that seems like running. You don't want to defend your titles against who could arguably be the best in your division because you only want to fight under these parameters. Now, and I get it. If you're the best and you truly believe you're the best and you're the highest paid, then you should be able to set those rules. I understand the logic behind that, but take the hard fights. You get to make history for yourself fighting in Puerto Rico, fighting your 47th fight, whatever it may be. But against Nina, it's just going to be looked back on in your career as, yeah, towards the end, she just fought some people and that was it. If you don't take a hard fight, that rule that you're pushing for or to strive for to create that new standard across all, you know, sanctioning bodies, it doesn't really, it's not going to stick. If you're not booking a super fight at that 12 3-minute round standard, then what reason is there to go out of the way and make that the new standard, right? This is just a thing that Amanda Serrano does now. You were willing to vacate titles because of it. I don't know. Jake Paul fights on the co-main. We'll see who that is. We also got Walla, sorry, who's also going to be fighting on the undercard there. So got some great talent on the card. It'll be cool. It'll be cool to watch. We'll see who gets announced to be Jake Paul's next stepping stone to a possible cruiserweight title. And Walla, from what I understand, is like a child prodigy. So could be a cool card. But that's all I got for you. Let me know what you guys think. Is Amanda Serrano taking the easy route at the end of her career? Let me know down below. But that's all I got for you. I'm done.